Greetings, everyone. Welcome to episode 54 of the Lott Carey Wise Digital Couch. 125 years of celebration. My name is Doriel and I am the host of the show this evening. I'm so glad to see all of you. Those of you who are here, please make sure that you drop in the chat where you are hailing from, where you're seeing us from. Hopefully, you're a part of most of our media platforms. Let me greet you in the name that we need to be greeting each other. So, on behalf of our Executive Secretary Treasurer, Reverend Emmett L. Dunn, our President, Dr. Jesse Williams, our First Vice President, Dr. James Victor, our Second Vice President, Dr. Robert Scott, of the Women in Service Everywhere, Reverend Dr. Brenda McBurrow, First Vice President, Sister Lynette Richardson, Second Vice President, Minister Brenda Troy, our Youth Department Leader, Reverend Brittany Domingo, and our Men on Mission Team Leader, Deacon Charles Monterio. We welcome you. What can I say? This is August. So you know what is happening. For some people, in about 48 hours, others 72, and some others 96 hours, we're all going to be encroaching. Whether you came by train, by bus, by car, or by plane, we will all be in Philly. We will all be in Philadelphia. So let me give some thank yous, of course, to our leadership, Reverend Emmett L. Dunn, to our board, to the leadership of the Women in Service Everywhere, all those, Sister Chandra Peterson, of course, and the staff at Lott Carey in the DMV area. Thank you all for being able to coordinate all of these efforts and events and conversations and panels and meetings and the food. It's all happening in Philly. So I wanted to just give you a little bit of announcements to today. Oh, and some people are already popping in from some places. Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you, Sister Charlene Johnson from Orange Grove Missionary Baptist Church. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see you. And we do really hope and pray that we see you in Philly. Let us know if you're coming to Philly. Those of you who don't know, of course, we are going to be in Philly. So if you are at the Marriott, excellent, because who wants to walk all through Philly in order to get to the convention? There are so many things that are going on, right? And so realistically, I'm just giving you some updates, some highlights. Let me share with you something. If you have not gotten this, I need you to get it. If you have to Amazon your way between now and good, thank you. I hope to see you there. Between now and either Saturday or Sunday or Monday, I need you to get this. Let's see if I can put this up. Oops. That's weird. There we go. I need you to get this book. This book is the focus of our conversation during this week, okay? It is the mission study class text. It is Rich Christians in an Age of Hunger. Sorry about that. Rich Christians in an Age of Hunger. Please be reminded that our conversation during this week is going to be about benevolence. It's going to be about benevolence. There is no way that we, no matter if it's Lott Carey in general or Women in Service Everywhere in particular as a subset of Lott Carey, that we will be able to focus on what we're going to do back home, because again, we convene in order to focus on a specific conversation, and then we return to our churches, places and spaces, our communities, our neighborhoods, our blocks, and then we do the work. The work is in this text. I literally, here's my own text. My text literally is, you might be able to see it, but it is, oh, you can't see it. It's dog-eared. I have orange everywhere, highlighting, trying to not just understand, but trying to figure out the application. The text is a serious text. Now, whether you come for the one-day intensive and you do like the 4-hour conversation, or you come for the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday focus conversations early in the morning, We have some work to do. We have some work to do. Again, the text, Rich Christians in an Age of Hunger. That is the focus conversation. I encourage people not just to get the book, but to actually, if you can, and I'm sure we can, to have a book study. Have a book study. Study the book with your missionary society, with some young people. We have to get young people on board with a small, maybe a little, I don't know, a study group, a prayer circle, what have you. Even if we're going to spend 3 hours on this text, or you're going to come to the Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday class, there's so much to unpack. Taking the work home and then focusing on it at home is the focus. How can we be more intentional? How can we be more purposeful to take that which we have, right? Almost like the widow's mite, if you understand that relationship, and then share it with those who really, really need it. That's just one thing I want to focus on. The other thing is, of course, this is a Women in Service Everywhere. So, of course, first of all, it's Thursdays in Black. Thank you so much for all those who continue to support. We want to make sure if you are able to, of course, bring your Black. Those people who are still bringing their white, please do so. We are definitely going to be showing up and showing out and convening and hugging and celebrating, but also being intentional. And so we, like Carey, Women in Service Everywhere, we will have our team meeting, our business meeting for the year, where we will report out the projects and programs that we have worked on by church, by region, because there are some regional conversations and some regional events and celebrations that we will highlight the business of what we have done and what we plan to do in the future. There's also a new initiative of celebrating. First of all, we are definitely going to celebrate the DC section, or the DC branch of Lott Carey Women in Service Everywhere. They are celebrating 100 years. We had a little bit of a focused chat about that a few months ago. Found out that they were celebrating 100 years, and we're going to have another conversation about that in a few months. But now there's also going to be a new initiative, and that new initiative is to mirror, and we're definitely going to talk more about this once we get to convention, about having some additional regions to parallel what Lott Carey Wise DC has done. And it's amazing. It's amazing what they have been able to do. And so we want to make sure that we continue this work. Boots on the ground, get boots on the ground. Now, if you have your fan, you can come. If you don't have your fan, still come. But we want to make sure that we focus the conversation of what is needed within the communities that we live in. Those of you who know, I live in Brooklyn, New York, but the needs of my community are very, very different than the needs of someone, let's say, who's in, I don't know, at West Virginia. Let me put it like that. West Virginia, or South Carolina, or even, I don't know, New Jersey. They're just different. And so we want to make sure that we speak to the needs and corral those folks, those churches and communities who are nearby, in order to address the needs on a local level. So that's going to be the focus of our conversation. We're also going to be talking about legacy and legacy transference. And so there's going to be a panel during the week for Lott Carey Wise, where we're going to touch base and engage in a conversation with members of different generations of how we are transferring the work, the legacy, the wise salt, the women in service everywhere, serving and learning together. That concept we're going to be passing on, passing through, and engaging people of different ages and stages and spaces and places about what the Lott Carey mission and vision means to them, how they were introduced to it, how they're taking it on for themselves, and then also how they're enacting that work back at home. Lott Carey is not just a one day thing, right? It's not a 1 week thing. It's not a 2 specific times of the year thing. It literally is a community, and for some people it's a lifestyle. And so I'm very thankful, blessed, and honored and humbled to be able to engage and to convene with people literally across the country. And of course, because it's a global mission organization across the world, and to see our mission partners, to hear from them, to support them, to encourage them, to remind ourselves the work that we do on a weekly or monthly or annual basis, and how we do what we can to come alongside and to improve the station that they are at in life, do what we can, whether it's hands and feet on the ground, money, encouragement, prayer, advocacy, awareness, allyship. So I'm looking forward to joining you, to seeing you all, whether it is at the 6 a.m. prayer. Let's set our clocks, right? Whether it is at the church service on Sunday, anybody coming on Sunday, I will be there on Saturday. So I'm looking forward to seeing who I see. Going to Enon Baptist Church. Thank you so much, Enon. We're so glad that you are our host. And we look forward to seeing you and worshiping with you there, whether it's at the Monday all-day class or the afternoon class, or it's the evening concert. Get yourselves ready for that. The Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday classes, the Men on Missions Day, the Youth Day, the Women's Day, meaning plenary services, whether it's just sitting and breaking bread with one another, whether it's the focus groups, who's ready to give blood, right? Red Cross is going to be there. We're looking for people who are able to give some blood, whether it's the missions blitz and going out into the highways, literally in the byways of Philadelphia, in order to support any way that we can. There are so many amazing events and gatherings that we'll be able to participate in. We are definitely looking forward to it. So literally, this was, as we can kind of say, mission convention announcements, the church announcements. And that's really what we have for this evening. If anybody wanted to pop on and ask a question, please do so. But with all of that, if all of the hearts and the minds are clear and you have your book, get your book. Get your book. This book, I don't believe, is actually going to be sold at the convention this year. So like I said, get on your Amazon. Go to your local bookstore if they have it. Get you one before you get there. Start reading it. At least just look at the highlighted chapters if you can, to be engaged and be ready for some serious reflection. Because some of the questions, some of the data, some of the stats, some of the reality checks of what we say, what we spend on, in a minute, in 30 seconds, can literally feed a group of people, a community of people for a month. And that awareness, let's just say you can't unsee it. You can't unknow it. So as we move in this mission world, in this mission-minded world, as we bring along new people who are new to Lott Carey, I'm always excited to see the new faces at Lott Carey in general, and in particular, the new people who will be joining us for Lott Carey Wise. Looking forward to expanding, again, the mission and the vision, getting more people on board, getting more boots on the ground, sharing the work, sharing the excitement about supporting folks here in the States. But we are a global mission organization. And so supporting those who are across the water, no matter the continent that they're on, and making sure that the gospel is spread, their needs that we can support are met, and that we open up our arms and our borders in order to embrace people who believe God, who want to know God, who need to know God, and bring them into our fold. So if there's any questions, you can definitely ask. But if not, I will see some of you in the next few days. So peace and blessings. This has been our digital couch. Again, this is like a church announcements or a convention announcements. Hop onto the site. Make sure that you download, last thing, make sure that you download CVent. If you registered, make sure you download CVent so that you can literally get up-to-date notifications on where the classes are going to be, what you registered for and where it's going to be held, what room. Because again, if you haven't been to that convention center before, things are kind of laid out in a very interesting way. But of course, check in with your church leadership, check in with the people, I'm sure the hosts. Thank you again to Enon Tabernacle, who is our host. So they have already been imbued with all of the names and places and spaces that we need to be at. Eat you some good food. Those of you who eat steak, get you a Philly cheesesteak. That's not my ministry, but I will be enjoying some of the other places and spaces and the great food in Philly. So, again, that is all I just wanted to share with you. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next few days. So, peace and blessings. It's been Doriel Larrier, and I will see you in Philly.